You're standing in grass taller than your head, the light almost gone. When something behind you shifts, you turn. Two eyes catch the last of the sun and hold perfectly still, watching you the way you'd watch dinner. 400 kilograms of muscle and teeth, built by millions of years of evolution to do exactly one thing. You have no weapon, no claws, no plan, and somehow, right now, you're reading this instead of being eaten by it. So what happened between then and now? For most of the time our species has existed, we weren't at the top of any food chain. We were the file-marked prey. Put a wanted board of everything actively hunting early humans, and it fills up fast. A saber-toothed cat built like a battering ram. A bear twice the height of a person, built to sprint. A hyena with a bite strong enough to crack a femur open for the marrow inside. A lion a quarter bigger than the ones alive today, hunting in coordinated packs.
A flightless bird taller than a doorway, with a beak that could open a skull. Every single one of them had one evolutionary advantage built directly into its body. We had zero. In 1924, a skull was pulled out of a quarry in South Africa. It belonged to a child, maybe 3 years old, one of our early ancestors. 2 clean puncture holes ran straight through the eye sockets, spaced exactly like the fangs of a big cat. Not an accident, a meal. And here's the part that should really bother you. A chimpanzee, our closest living relative, is roughly 3 times stronger than an adult human, has actual fangs, and can still get killed by a leopard without much of a fight. We were slower than a chimp, weaker than a chimp, bad night vision, average hearing, and we walked upright, which just made us easier to spot from a distance. So how is any of that list extinct, and we're not? It didn't happen with one big invention. It happened one weapon at a time, and the first one was fire.
In a cave in South Africa, researchers found ash layers and burnt bone going back roughly 1 million years. Controlled, repeated use, not a lucky lightning strike. A fire does something almost nothing else can. It draws a line predators won't cross. Even now, lions in the wild will avoid a burning fire without being taught to. Step inside that circle of light, and for the first time in 2 million years, the night stopped being something you had to just survive. It became something you could use. Extra hours to make tools, cook food, and just plan the next day instead of freezing in place until sunrise. The second weapon wasn't a tool at all. It was a body doing something no predator's body could do. We're miserable sprinters. A big cat can hit speeds we'll never touch, but only for a few seconds. What we can do is keep moving for hours in the heat while the animal we're chasing can't cool itself down fast enough to keep running. Track it.
Let it sprint, stop, overheat, sprint again. Eventually it collapses, and you finish the job with a rock. No other species on the planet hunts this way. It's slow, it's unglamorous, and it flatly should not work as a survival strategy. Except it did, over and over. The third weapon was noticing things. A branch broken means something walked through recently. Disturbed dirt means something dug here. The shape of a track tells you the animal, the size, how long ago it passed. Early humans didn't just track prey this way. They tracked the predators hunting them, learned their patterns, when they hunted, where they avoided. That knowledge didn't die with the person who learned it. It got taught, generation after generation, until it added up to something close to a map of every threat in the area. But the weapon that actually saved us wasn't a tool, a body trick, or a piece of knowledge. It was each other.
In the country of Georgia, archaeologists found the skeleton of an early human ancestor who had lost every tooth years before they died. No teeth means no chewing, no raw meat, nothing solid. Someone kept that person alive anyway, feeding them, softening their food, for years. In a cave in Iraq, a Neanderthal skeleton showed a healed broken arm, blindness in one eye, and severe arthritis, and still lived to about 40. He couldn't hunt, he couldn't fight. His group carried him anyway. No predator on that wanted board does this. A lion that loses its teeth starves alone. We're the only ones on the list who don't leave anyone behind, and that difference is bigger than any claw or any bite. Once we had numbers we trusted, we stopped just avoiding the fight. Wolves hunt in packs on instinct. We hunted in packs with a plan. Someone drives the animal, someone waits at the ambush point, someone cuts off the escape route, all of it coordinated with nothing but talking.
In Germany, wooden spears built for throwing, not stabbing, balanced and aerodynamic, show up in the record hundreds of thousands of years ago. Weapons built to kill something from 30 feet away, safely outside the range of tooth and claw. 5 people with a plan and a sharp stick could bring down an animal that could have killed any one of them alone. And then, somewhere around 50,000 years ago, the list started disappearing. Saber-tooths, gone. Cave lions, gone. The short-faced bear, gone. Every apex predator that once had us on its menu eventually went extinct. And wherever humans showed up on a new continent, the local megafauna started vanishing within a few thousand years. Scientists still argue over how much of that was us versus a changing climate. But the pattern holds everywhere we went. We didn't just survive the list. We outlasted every single name on it. Every predator on that board got one evolutionary advantage, built into its body, permanently. Speed.
Bite force, size, night vision. We got exactly one thing in return: the ability to change what we were doing, generation after generation, faster than any of them could evolve to counter it. We couldn't outrun the bear, so we threw rocks from a distance. We couldn't outbite the hyena, so we stopped fighting alone. We couldn't see in the dark like the lion, so we built our own daylight and carried it with us. For 2 million years, we were the thing being hunted. Then, one weapon at a time, we became the last name left on the list.